Hi, Tile at Interfidelity here. Today we're going to talk about the Audio Technica ATH W1000x headphone, also called the Grandioso. This is really a beautiful headphone. It's a fairly expensive headphone. This is $6.99 is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. You can find them for $5.99 out there somewhere. This is a sealed headphone. It is full size around the ear. The earpieces are made of American cherry wood, very nicely finished in a high gloss lacquer. I thought the ear pads are not real leather; they're pleather, and a lot of the pieces in the structure of the headphone are plastic. I thought they could have done a little bit more to make these headphones warrant such a high price tag, but they're still fairly nice. They do have some nice detail on the plug here, with a wood plug with the Grandioso emblazoned on the side. Generally speaking, I'm not really much of a fan of the Audio Technica headphones. They tend to be a little bright for me. But I keep listening because they're a beautiful headphone, very unique style of headphone. When I heard these, I thought, well, these sounded pretty good to me, and I was glad to bring them over for review. Audio Technica has an unusual support mechanism here. These 3D wings here are support the headphones on your head, and they prevent you from getting a little hot spot in the middle on the top of your head. The problem with these headphones, though, is that they don't have any adjustability in this direction. The ear pads can twist, but they can't rotate in this direction. So it's really important when you fit them on to bend around the headbands so that the ear pads line up perfectly with the side of your head. And in order to do that, you really have to bend the headband around quite a bit. And as you can see, though, you can do that without damaging the headphones. Be careful, but you can bend it quite far in order to get those earpieces to come up to the side of your head just right. And once you do, it gets a fairly good seal. They don't isolate particularly well. The Denon D5000, for example, doesn't isolate as well as these. They're really bad at isolation, but there are headphones that provide more isolation than these. But because you're really unlikely to use these as a portable headphone out where it's really noisy, I don't think it should be a problem. It's good enough for isolation around the house. I thought these headphones sounded pretty good. The bass didn't extend very well into the lows, but from 100 hertz up to about 4,000 hertz, which is up into the low treble, they were fairly linear and had a warmish tilt. And then there's a bit missing between 4 and 7K, and then it comes back again. So what happens is that you don't get that strident, harsh sound, that hard, sibilant sound, the cymbals crashing or the ch or sh. That's reduced somewhat, and as a consequence, these headphones don't have the biting, piercing harshness that sometimes is associated with a headphone that tends to be a little bit on the bright side. After 7K, the treble returns, and there's plenty of it, so they have a lot of air to their sound. They don't articulate particularly well up in the highs, so the imaging isn't really all that good. But the result in the end is a sort of a very happy sounding headphone. A lot of people call it the smiley face or the U or V-shaped equalization curve, but has a good bass presence and good treble emphasis, and makes it kind of a lively sounding headphone. Sounds good at low volumes. The problem is that the competition for these with these headphones is pretty weak. There are a lot of headphones. You'll have to read the article to go into it, but there are a lot of headphones in this price range that just have failures in their performance in one way or the other. So in the end, I ended up thinking that these were a pretty competitive headphone in this category. I enjoyed them quite a bit. They were pleasant to listen to, fun to listen to. So I recommend them for folks who like an airy and happy sounding headphone. I think they Audio Technica made one that I like now. All right, well, that's about it for today, and we'll see you next time.